Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Marshall Thundering Herd. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Huskers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Wasting no time taking a shot. Pulls it in on the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Hey, a lot of coaches talk about, let's set the tone early. Let's come out and assert our style. I like it. Let's just come out and fling it and make a big play and make this defense know we're ready to get this thing rolling.
Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Quarterback checking the play. Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd down, going up top. Quarterback now breaking the field. Keeps it and gets past the chains. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. Marshall quick to the line. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Gets open down the middle. Touchdown, Marshall! A great catch and run for 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. A solid run there as he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just showing you're willing to complete it. But get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. When you're called corn huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throwback to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
They'll throw it on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Manuel.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
It's complete on the right side. At the 35, he's loose. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Looking to go up top on first down. Shoots it to the left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. They move the tight end all over. They keep attacking through the air. Setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
Finds his man down the middle. Stopped after making the catch.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The corners are walked up tight. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Marshall 7, Nebraska 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
I love the aggressive nature there by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, center the ball, help our field goal kicker out. He's trying to move the sticks through the passing attack. Quarterback makes a nice throw, and now it's 1st and goal.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Still running at the 40. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping me.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going to try to get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Marshall quick to the line.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. He's looking downfield to throw. Moving away from pressure. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Oh, the attempt is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his target down the middle. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
The Cornhuskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. We'll give them a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Fires it incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime.
You blew that shit, cuz.
Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Buys a little time. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And the defense comes up with the sacks. And this defense has been dialed in all day. Really, really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Intercepted. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, man.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Runs through a tackle. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. These corners backing off a bit. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man in the middle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing them where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
Still running at the 40. The ball's free. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Great spot to attack there. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Armstrong. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Oh, what a move! They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
When you have a quarterback that's this dynamic, you'd be stupid not to get him outside the pocket. Great job bootlegging to the right. Now I can throw the deep ball, I can throw some crossers, or I can run it and take off. It's really tough to defend. The defense did a good job, but I'm going to continue to do this and use his athletic ability to my advantage.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Marshall 14, Nebraska 7.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. And the Huskers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. He'll toss it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
DB's right up on the receivers. On 4th down, looking to pass. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll put the tight end in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And as they come to the line, they have the lead, and they have the clock on their side. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Marshall quick to the line. Now he's looking to throw it. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Hurd! What a grab and go for the score. How about this? These guys are going for 2. He's looking to pass. Pressure coming. Moves around to clear up the vision. Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack thwarts the 2-point try. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Great starting point, takes it inside his own 25. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finds him out of the backfield. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight.
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
The offense tries a little razzle-dazzle. They try and dial up a flea flicker, but the defense was not fooled. They stayed home in the back end, and they ended up coming up with
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the grab. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Let's go. Player lock. You locked up. Running back. Let's go. Come on.
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. We definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff,